How's it going? Welcome to another one of my awesome vlogs. This is, if you don't know who I am, my name is Black Apino. I am the Apple guy. And basically, I am, by that title, obviously, that means that I am an Apple nerd. So, um, we're going to talk about something that I have been wanting for quite a while. And actually, just really basically learned about it. I'm still learning a little bit about some of it, but my birthday was on the 1st of February, and there was something that I saw at the CES show. If you're not familiar with that, that means that's basically the Consumer Electronics Show. And I had heard about something called the Dji Osmo Mobile. Now, what that is it's a stabilizer for your phone. So if you watch YouTube, or if you watch anyone who does YouTube, you always want to know, how are they getting their shots so smooth when they're walking around, and you can't really hold a phone steady and keep it that smooth, even if you've got it at a certain frame rate and at a resolution, because, well, you're going to be walking up and down. So unless your phone does a pretty good job of stabilizing on its own without your hand moving, it's just not going to be the smoothest. So I read up a little bit about them. I found out that they made two versions. The Osmo Mobile, which is the first one they came out with, was $300. They reduced it to $200. And then I found out that they came out with an Osmo Mobile 2. So I read a little bit of reviews about what the difference is between the two. And although the Osmo Mobile was kind of cool, for $200, I thought it was a little bit more than what I was, at least what I was looking at least right now. And they didn't really do some of the things that I kind of thought the second one did that the first one didn't do. So it really wasn't something I was really looking at, although it was, they're almost technically the same-ish. I decided to go along and order the DJI Mobile 2. Now, I thank Justine for that. If you don't know who she is, I have a link in my description. You should follow her on YouTube. She's a huge Apple nerd, and she's just a really cool creator. My initial was to wait and see who was going to get it first. I heard reports saying that, they were going to get them at the Apple stores. It mean Apple exclusive. So, so anything that I hear like that, that means you won't be seeing it for, 2 or 3 months. So when I found out they were going to release pre-ordering on the end of January, around February, somewhere around there, I figured I'd pre-order it. And so I figured, how many people are going to order one of these if you've already got a mobile, already got the Osmo Mobile? Because a lot of people who were doing these comparisons said they still like the first one, they don't want to get the second one. So I figured, well, hey, no one's going to buy it, or not that many people would buy it. So that was my first mistake. I couldn't order one for 3 weeks because they had already sold out. So it was just by luck that I happened to find one at the Apple store, and went online again, and they had one. I ordered one, and the shipping time wasn't even going to be until March. They weren't going to ship them out till March. That's how popular this thing was, that it takes them about a month for them to actually get it to you. So it was well worth the wait, because everything I read about it was cool. It has 15 hours of battery life. So basically that means you can walk around live streaming with this mobile stabilizer with your phone connected to it. You can stream, you can do videos, all from this stick. And what a stabilizer does is basically it replaces your hand from when you're moving around. It keeps it from shaking. It makes your videos as smooth as possible. And I saw some YouTube videos on it, and I thought this thing was awesome. So I went ahead and I ordered it. It's $129.95, so basically it's $130, whereas the mobile, the first gen, is $200. So you're saving yourself about $70 on the second gen versus the first gen. Some people like the first gen because you can do some things with it you can't do with the second gen. One of them being the battery. You can replace the batteries and then put in new ones and then charge it that way. But the battery life on the Osmo Mobile is only like 4 hours as opposed to 15 hours. So I didn't like that anyway. I prefer to just have the device where I don't have to worry about carrying around batteries, because I'm not one for carrying, unless I have my drone that has a battery, but it needs a battery to fly. And so that, I prefer that versus having like multiple batteries. So I ordered it, and then I figured, well, I got a month or so, I can do a little bit more research on it, figure out how to use it, so when it gets here, I'll have a better understanding of it. And so I pre-ordered it, and then lo and behold, I get a email saying that they were shipping out my mobile, my Osmo Mobile that I ordered like 2 days ago. And so at first I thought it might have been one of those phishing schemes, so I actually, went to the website, checked, and sure enough, they had shipped it. So I checked the mail, and boom, here we go. As you can see, I got my Osmo Mobile too. So it's my birthday gift to me that I'll be using a lot more than my GoPro, which if you aren't subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel, and because I'm always gonna have new content out with Apple stuff because I'm a huge Apple guy. When I went to Anaheim, California to attend a convention, I actually used a GoPro, and I had a selfie stick that I kind of used for it. And although it wasn't too bad, I wasn't really sure about these things because I mean it seemed like it was on a whole new level, a different level than what I was creating. And then when I read a lot of videos and watched other people using the first one, I thought, well, it can't be that bad. So I ordered one, and as you can see again, I got one. So we're gonna pop this open, and we're going to see what comes with it. And well, you get like safety guideline. We're here to help. Scan this for messenger, shield, warranty stuff, and then you get a starter guide. And then, wow, this is the one thing I like about DJIs. They're always going to come in some type of a case. It'll never be like separate plastic or something like that, like other people do when they box up their stuff. I have a Phantom 3 that I bought, and it came in like a little plastic type. It didn't even come. It came in a plastic or like a styrofoam type thing, something like this, but it wasn't really considered a case. I know that when you buy like the Mavic Pro, like you buy like the Fly More bundle, you get like a case. And I think when you get like the Pro, the 4 Pro, or the Advanced, you get it in some type of a styrofoam case that you can actually put a case in. So that was pretty cool. So we're gonna pop this open and we're gonna see what comes with it. And yes, check this out. Oh, for those of you wanting to know what I'm filming this on, this is known as a Joby. So it's a kind of Joby Gorilla Pad, is Gorilla Pod. They're really cool. They work well as a stand for your phone, especially if you want to just hold it up on your desk, which is what I'm doing when I'm filming this right now. So yeah, without further ado, let's see. That's really up. Here we go. Wow, cool. Looks like you get a USB-C for charging it, which is, again, I think in my opinion, I think that's much better than having an extra batteries running around, because then what happens when that battery runs out? You've only got like 4 hours of battery. Now you can run around with 2 batteries. One's gonna be half empty. Now you have to charge that one up, so you're gonna have to carry something else on top of the batteries, on top of your mobile to charge that. So unless you got like to carry around a lot of stuff. I myself try to carry around the least amount of stuff, but have the most amount in it. So I bought a backpack for my drone, and I still got enough stuff and space where I can put this, and I can still carry this around with me and do that. So pick this up. Wow, this thing is really, it's plastic, but again, it feels really light. I'm not gonna lie. It's lighter than I thought it was gonna be. I honestly thought it was gonna be somewhat heavy due to the fact that you got this thing on there. Yeah. So what I meant by charging is, as you can see right here, you can see it's a charging port. You can actually literally plug in a USB into your phone, and you can charge it while you are video recording or live streaming. Even though this has a 15-hour battery, a 15-hour charge, you can still use that to charge this at the same time, which I think is actually kind of cool. From what I understand, I don't know if you can do that on the Osmo Mobile itself, but the fact again that you've got 4 hours of battery life with the first gen versus the second gen, I think that's cool. The one thing that I did notice is that the base, from what I understand, it's a universal standard thread base. I guess you can literally put it on any type of a case or a stand like a camera stand, and you can thread it down on it, and you can use that to kind of like take picture points or time lapses and kind of stream it and put it together in like what they call a portrait type mode. I think that's kind of cool. But you can also get the Dji Mobile Base 2. Now there are two of them. There's the mobile base itself, and then there's the mobile base 2. From what I can understand, I don't know if this is true, so don't rip my head off for it. I think this can fit in the mobile base, the first one, but they came out with the second one, so they're both equally about the same price. The only issue is that you can't get the second one just quite yet. They are all literally sold out of the second one. It looks honestly like you could fit this in the first one, but I don't really know, so you'd have to actually talk to one of the DJI customer service folks on Channel Online and see if it actually does. So beyond that, it's actually really light. I'm not gonna lie, it's really light. I can see myself really getting used to this. So as you can see, it's gonna have a zoom function, so you can zoom in for closer shots, zoom out for wider angles. This is the joystick. It's really simple, up, down. It's got a really simple feel to it. I'm not gonna lie, it's really easy. Power button, and then you've got the mode button. I guess you can switch between shooting video and shooting pictures. And then it seems like it's got a lock position. So this is what is known as the portrait mode. This little thing right here, it's got a little diagram on the bottom. You probably won't be able, it'll have a diagram, so you can literally just unscrew that so you can't screw anymore. Twist it sideways, and then you've got landscaping, and then it looks like it's gonna be pretty secure from that, which is kind of actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then you I'm sorry, that's landscape mode. And then, yeah, that seems to be landscape mode. That's what that seems to look like. So yeah, that looks like that would be landscape mode. And then it looks like you would the other way was portrait mode. Oops. And this looks like, so yeah, that would be landscape because it would pop out. Looks like when you hold it, it's going to pop out this way, and then you would have it hold this way. And that seems to be some type of a kind of like a little bumper case, so it kind of holds it securely while you've got it up like that. And this seems to be like a lock unlock, so I guess it's probably when you're moving around you can lock it in one place so that it doesn't swing around when you do it, so which seems to be in a lock position. Yeah, so I've read a little bit about it, but I haven't really read much on it. I know that it requires you to get a DJI app from the App Store if you have an iPhone. It requires you to sync that with this because it works via Bluetooth. So, but again, you don't have to worry about it draining your power, so which is kind of cool. So, oh, that's what that does. Oh, so you can actually extend it and retract it. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. So of course, if you have it extended, it's gonna hit the bottom of that. So just keep that in mind. If you decide to get one and you extend it and you want it to go back down, it's gonna hit that. So we're gonna keep that up for now, and then we're just going to let that just basically swing. So honestly, I mean, a lot of people say it feels cheap and plasticky. But again, I've never had one before, so in my opinion, I can't speak to that effect, but I actually think this thing is pretty cool. I have gone to a convention called VidCon, and I had a GoPro that I used for basically for all my video captures and recording of stuff, so I had a selfie stick for that. So if you're not like and subscribed, like and subscribe, check out those videos, and you can see the difference between why you want something that stabilizes and something just using your phone and just holding it around. Although that has a video stabilizer on it, it does a pretty good job of stabilizing the video, but you can still notice it wobbling a little. It's because you're walking around and you've got something that you're holding in your hand, so your hand's not stable. The camera is, but your hand isn't because it's holding it with a stick. So your hands are bound, unless you can hold your hand steady without it moving, it's, gonna shake a little, not too much, but it is noticeable. And with this, it's designed to where you hold it, and when you move around, what happens is when you're moving around, it just moves for you instead of you holding. So this stick is this is steady while you're moving around. So nothing really is going to affect the video of this unless you are running around. From what I understand, if you're running around, it will you will noticeably notice it a lot. But again, at least from what I've been reading, even a short, brisk walk, like if you're trying to walk really fast, you're not really gonna notice much. So I'm really looking forward to trying this out, and I'm going to be doing a lot of videos with this now. I'll still have my GoPro, and I'll still be using that as well. I'll just kind of be using both at the same time. It's just that instead of me getting a DSLR camera, your iPhone does a really good job of recording in 4K at 60 frames. The files will be a little big, but you can always offload those up into iCloud, or you can get a external hard drive, and you can actually get one that has a built-in lightning, stick it in, download everything from that onto that, and upload it to your computer, upload it to your Mac, because they're going to have a lightning port on them, and then you can just use your editing software that way. So again, I wasn't expecting it to get here so soon. Honestly, when you look on their website, it says the fastest it'll get there is between March, the middle of March, the end of March. So I'm kind of happy. I'm excited that I bought this for myself. I'm looking forward to a lot of creative content with this. And now I'm gonna talk a little bit about where I go basically to learn more about YouTubing. There's this convention in Anaheim, in California, that they hold every year. It's from the 20th to the 23rd. It's basically like a giant convention for like YouTubers, but it's more than just YouTubers. It's for anybody who does social media, like YouNow, Live.me, Periscope. You can basically meet the people that you follow on these websites, on these media sites. So like say you have like you follow someone on YouTube and they attend VidCon. Basically, what you can do is you can get a pass. It's called the Creator Pass. And what you can do is you actually can meet some of these creators, even the one, you can meet these creators, and you can kind of talk to them about their YouTube channel, figure out, talk to them and say, hey, how'd you get your channel to grow? I'm looking to do this, or I'm doing it right now, but I want to, grow more content, get more subscribers. How do I do this? And you can kind of collaborate with them and talk to them, and they can kind of give you some pointers and tips. One person that I am hoping to meet there is, again, her name is Justine. She is, she's been doing it since, I believe, '09. She's a huge Apple nerd. I mean, I'm a huge Apple nerd, but she's like really huge. And I kind of love her content. And so for me as someone who does a lot of Apple videos, I want to know what else I can do to grow my channel, how I can create more content to where it makes it easier for other people to discover it so that I can get more subscribers, as well as teach other people, because I like to teach people how to use Apple products. That way, if they have a problem, if they can't get to the Apple Store, they can't get to the Genius, they can search YouTube and they can, learn all this other stuff. And they can learn, oh, okay, that's how you do it. All right, that's cool. And then maybe, who knows, maybe in the next year, you might come up and say, hey, you're Black Apino, the Apple guy. Yeah, I'll follow you on YouTube. And I love your creative content. I love what you do, man. I'm going to get into something like that. How do I get into that? And just kind of, just kind of collaborate and learn stuff. So that's basically what, it's all about, is learning how to make a channel, grow it, at the same time, kind of make like a community, kind of a close-knit community. So that's what I learned. My first time attending was last year, so that I could kind of get an understanding of what it was. It was actually kind of cool. I liked it. And then, again, I saw a lot of people walking around with stabilizers like these, but they had something different. I didn't really know much about stuff like that, other than I had my GoPro. And again, I did decent videos, but now that I got this, I'm really looking forward to doing a lot more creative content now. So again, this is Black Apino, the Apple guy. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe for more content, hit that notification bell. That way you'll never miss a video when I upload one. Have a great day.